Today I'm going to be playing a Stonetusk Boar OTK deck, because everybody likes a nice Stonetusk Boar OTK. This kind of deck has been around in Hunter for a while, but the current flavor of it with Ashes of Outland involves buffing the boar with Scavenger's Ingenuity and Scrapshot, so we can potentially get our boar up to a 1-mana 9/9. And then we do some amount of copying of the boars with Ramkahan Wild Tamer and Hunting Party, and eventually we kill our opponent. I think the max damage this deck can do from hand is, what, 9 times 6? 54 damage? Pretty hard for most decks to survive that. So that's all pretty straightforward, but I feel like I've made a pretty significant innovation to this deck that I haven't seen out of anyone else, which is Arcane Fletcher. So if you noticed when I was naming combo cards, Scavenger's Ingenuity, Scrapshot, and Hunting Party are all spells, and the other part of our combo, the Stonetusk Boar, is a 1-drop. I'm playing 2 boars for consistency, but we only need 1 to start buffing and copying. So we can play the second Stonetusk Boar to draw through the deck for our combo pieces. As Hunter, we probably want to be playing Dwarven Sharpshooter anyway, and then we can play some other pretty nice little 1-drops without too much downside. The most interesting of them probably is Infectious Sporling, but I feel like that card's just kind of good in this deck anyway, because it's just something you can throw out in the early game that helps stabilize your opponent's board and give you some time to draw into your Fletcher to draw your whole deck. And then, of course, if we're playing 12 1-drops, it probably makes sense to play Magic Carpet, which can actually also give you a little bit of surprise burst damage on your Stonetusk Boar OTK turn. And finally, we just round things out with some good Hunter cards: Tracking, Imprisoned Fellmaw, Desert Spear, Dragonbane, just solid stuff. So originally, I was just planning for this to be like a fun little meme deck, you know, kill people with Stonetusk Boars. But so far I'm actually 8-0, so maybe this is actually just good. Alright, Warrior. This should be an interesting matchup. Probably not going to be one of my favorite matchups, but interesting. I mean, if they don't get off to a really good start, they do sometimes give you quite a bit of time. So I might have time to just draw a bunch of cards with Fletcher. I think I do still have to play the Dwarf here. Like, I can't just not play something against Warrior, I think.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
I do have double Scrapshot already, which means, like, if I can just draw Scavenger's Ingenuity soon, I might not really have to do that much work comboing him. Probably just play the Dragonbane next turn. So I don't know what this Evil Quartermaster means. I mean, Warrior just has so many good cards, it's kind of hard to tell. But this could be, like, probably not straight up Pirate Warrior, could just be Enraged Warrior, Bomb Warrior, could be some, like, Bulwark meme deck. I think I like getting this thing down so it can wake up soon. And, pirates are scarier than lackeys against Warrior, I think. Warrior doesn't have any lackey payoff cards, do they? No Wasp or Togwaggle or anything? Oh, it's gonna be fun drawing bombs off my Fletcher. That'll be great. Well, I've played 2 trackings already, or I've drawn 2 trackings and 2 Scrapshots already. So I've got 2 Ingenuity, Hunting party and a bomb. Probably would still like to get a little bit more out of this Fletcher. Oh, nice bomb. Do I want a second Fletcher? I'm gonna say no on the second Fletcher. Like I said, I don't have that many spells left in the deck. And I don't really want to be drawing into a bunch of bombs. It was really nice that I tracked over a bomb there, though. Blade Storm. I like getting this 5 to face here. Armor is definitely a problem for this deck, like eventually at least. Let's just go ahead and play Fletcher here, I think. It's kind of a bummer if I hit double Ingenuity. I think I play it though.
One shot, 3 kills.
Cool, found the hunting party. Alright, so next turn is Ingenuity plus Scrap Shot. Then I need to play another Scrap Shot. I do need to find at least one Wild Tamer before I play Hunting Party.
Show you who's boss, Floaty. Go get 'em. Armor made.
Good old Armor Smith. It's probably what I'm Scrap Shotting. That bomb was, like, really, really good for me. I think I want 5 face here. I think my next turn might be Scrap Shot, Magic Carpet, Blazing Battle Mage. So I'm not going to play the Battle Mage here. That's kind of scary. Oh, look at those ones! Look at those ones! Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Huh, that changes things, I think. I just go Scrap Shot Wild Tamer here, and the next turn is Hunting Party 4 boars, right?
I wonder.
The fires of vengeance burn bright.
I'm sure I could die here. Grom Inner Rage is 19, but I don't know if that deck plays Grom Inner Rage.
Drink your blood, eat your flesh.
Easy game. I feel like this has to be a terrible matchup if he just draws more Wrench Calibers. Like if this deck plays Horde Pillager or something. But I only had to deal with 1 bomb off the Fletcher and I happened to track over it, so that was kind of nice.
Rexa versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Let the hunt begin.
I don't know if I keep Battle Mage against Priest. This seems like an OTK-ish matchup. Not sure that a 1-mana 2/2 really does that much for me. Really want to pick up Fletcher. Kind of hard to pass up a 1-mana 2/2. Hey, I found the Fletcher anyway. So with Fletcher, I'm not actually sure that I play the Battle Mage. Especially with a second Fletcher. I think I'm gonna not play it. It would have been good against that. And it is kind of nice to keep stuff like this off the board because of Apotheosis. So, could be a mistake. But my Felmaw does kill an Apotheosis disciple. Carpet costs 3, but I think this is better.
Thy blood be born again.
Don't keep your thoughts to yourself.
That's a lot of units you have in play over there, buddy. The worst minion, but still an okay hit. I'm just gonna play the carpet here. I think next turn, since I have 2 Fletchers, I'm just gonna go Fletcher 1-drop. And then that can try to draw into like a tracking or an ingenuity, which is something I can spend the mana on, and then maybe I save the second Fletcher for a few more 1-drops. And if I'm playing Fletcher 1-drop next turn, it's kind of nice to have a carpet in play. Those little 1-power shitters don't really deal with it anyway. That's a pretty good card. Yeah, I don't think he can just volunteer to take 5 damage from what he's seen so far. Like, if he knew my deck list, he probably could take the 5 damage with the weapon hit. But otherwise, I don't think so. Nice. There's a boar. I would rather use these scrap shots on a boar that has +2/+2 from Scavenger's Ingenuity.
One shot, 3
Fires
kills.
of vengeance burn bright.
I could coin out the boar here, but I don't think I like that. If this thing has +6/+6, it's a 7/7. There's not that much difference between a 7/7 and a 9/9 if I'm going for an OTK. Although 9/9 can kill Skeletal Dragon or something, maybe.
Quickly.
But whatever. Like maybe I play this with the Fletcher next turn, maybe I don't. I don't think coining it out here is like super good. Alright. So Ingenuity definitely makes me want to play this with the Fletcher. I've got only 2 spells left in the deck. Interesting. Oh no, I have 3 spells left in the deck. I want to go ahead and get that boar since I don't have that many targets to draw. I don't think I can afford to lose Hunting Party. So now I've got 2 spells left in the deck. The second Ingenuity doesn't really do anything for me, but it's nice to just get that out of the way so I can draw into my Wild Tamers. So if I go for Fletcher plus Boar here, I only get half of the potential value out of my Fletcher, but I can start launching the scrap shots next turn. I'm not like in that big of a hurry to play the Hunting Party though. I do need to find at least 1 Wild Tamer first. I don't know, I'm not like super in love with playing the Dragonbane here, because I feel like it's kind of far away from me killing him. So he might just like be able to heal up this damage. But it is a threat he has to deal with. Like, forcing him to deal with a 3/5 might be pretty awkward for him. Especially with 1 Forbidden Words down. Time Rip, sure, whatever. So the best draw on my deck here is probably any 1-drop. Well, Scavenger's Ingenuity is good in its own way. Because now there's nothing to wait on. Easy Wild Tamer. Alright, so next turn is double Scrapshot Wild Tamer, which gives me 2 1-mana 9/9s. Oh wait, no, I won't have mana for that, even with the coin. Alright, so we're still looking at least 3 turns for a lethal. Well, maybe not, though. I mean, can't underestimate that these scrap shots just deal 6 damage. Although I'm probably using one of them on a minion here. Alright, so next turn is Wild Tamer Hunting Party. I have 4 mana, deal 36 in my hand. And then go off with that. I can also Hero Power on that turn. So if he's at 29, I can use one of the boars to get through a taunt. Could coin out this Og Merchant.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
Just get a little bit more threat in play. Might help me get through a taunt or something, who knows. Alright, he looks pretty dead. So I have 38. Magic Carpet would be another 4 damage. But don't need it, obviously. I did enjoy how the priest just sat there and let me do whatever I wanted. That was cool. Druid, huh? Druid! Well, they've got Iron Bark, which is pretty obnoxious. Druid might actually be kind of a tough matchup. I'm not actually sure if I should be keeping a 1-drop, but whatever. But yeah, like, if he draws Glowfly Swarm, I don't really deal with that well at all, unless I have a Magic Carpet in play. Maybe I should have even just hard bowled for Magic Carpet in this matchup. But even if I deal with the Glowfly turn, I feel like a lot of his exotic Mount Seller turns just end the game. Okay, he is not the deck I was worried about. This deck seems also concerning, though. Infectious Sporling's probably good against Embiggen Druid. I can actually Infectious Sporling and then frickin' Guardian Og Merchant it. That sounds obnoxious. Oh, Magic Carpet? I don't think it makes any sense to preemptively Og Merchant the Spore. Man, this Infectious Sporling is really just still in play, huh? I guess I'm gonna play this carpet. Next turn I can go small boar, wild tamer, double big boar. That's 7 damage. It's 10 damage if this carpet lives. I mean, I probably just do that. Although the Og Merchant line is kind of cute. Maybe the Og Merchant line is like just play though. I don't know, setting him into hero power range is pretty nice. That just beats like any taunt walls that the Infectious Sporling would be kind of good against. Pretty sure I leave him at 3. Oh, this leaves him at 2. So like this attack is kind of good. But if I put him at 1, then he needs more than hero power to avoid dying to my hero power. So he can't go like 6 mana taunt thing plus hero power to live. It's also just like trading here doesn't really deal with this, because then like it doesn't die, it turns into a Sporling, so that can kind of just still deal with one of my threats. And like this can deal with a taunt next turn anyway. So yeah, I think I just like that line.